Hi, everybody. Craig from URComped here, and I've got a very special guest, actually two guests today. It's Danielle and Steve from Vegas Action. Danielle and Steve, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Hello, everybody.
So why don't we start off, just tell me how you got started as an influencer in the casino business.
Well, we were watching a lot of YouTube during the shutdown.
Yes.
And we decided, hey, let's go to Vegas and see what we can do. And we started taping July and August and posted the first one in August of 2020, and it evolved from there.
Yeah,
we started with slots, and we don't even do slots at all anymore.
Yeah, we didn't know. I didn't have any clue that people watched gambling on YouTube, like casinos or anything. So we were bored and decided, just saw this guy's playing slots. What the hell? And then it evolved for us into table games, and it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and it's just been a wild ride, really.
And so the first couple trips, the first trip when you were recording, were you nervous about it, or did you reach out to the casino ahead of time and like ask permission, or what was that very first trip like?
We actually stayed at the Cosmo, and the Cosmo didn't. Well, we stayed at the Bellagio the first time, but the Cosmo didn't care who filmed at that point.
Yeah,
they let everybody film, so we didn't really have to worry about, asking them for permission. They let everybody. Yeah, back then. Now they want you to have permission.
Yeah, it's changed
because it's MGM now.
Yep. And so you started at Cosmo and built some traction, and then I want to get to that growth story in a little bit, but then you switched to table games, and what went into that decision? And that one, I'm sure you had to get permission for. So maybe talk about that transition to table games.
Well, he really likes blackjack.
Yeah.
He taught me how to play. We read some books. I read some books. We started at Green Valley was the first one, right?
Yeah, I reached out to them because I thought it'd be cool to do that, and we saw that it went really well. Like, it went over with the audience, like, dramatically.
And we started
better than the slots.
February of 21 was the first time we taped.
Yeah,
blackjack.
I remember that.
And then it just evolved for different table games. We don't even really play blackjack anymore.
No, very little. Then we evolved to El Cortez and trying to reach out to other places too. So it's been a lot of fun. I love what we do.
Well, Vegas is a lot of fun.
Yes.
So I imagine when you get started in, you're posting videos, but when you're a new channel, it's, screaming into nothingness. But at some point, was there one video where you're like, whoa, we got something here? Like, was there one that kind of hit something where you're like, we should start taking this more seriously?
Well, it's funny, like in December of 2020, we were going to like give up because the slots were doing so badly. And we just kept at it slowly.
Yeah.
And then we did the table game. And after a couple of months, that seemed to do pretty well.
Yeah.
We didn't have 1,000 until June or July of 21.
Yeah. Yeah.
It took forever, it felt like.
Yeah. The first blackjack video really took off.
Yeah. But we didn't gain a lot of subscribers. So we couldn't go live. We couldn't do a lot of things. And it took a long time. But once we met the Gambler After Dark. He's got a channel, and he did like a little interview with us.
Yeah.
After a month or two, we ended up hitting 1,000. And from there, it was like, so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not that it wasn't fun before, but it felt like a little bit more work, or stress, because you're trying to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you hit your first 1,000, it's like so exciting.
Yeah.
So another moment that's probably exciting is your first time being recognized in real life by somebody watching your channels. Maybe tell me about that. What was that like?
Yeah.
We went to Cedar Point with my youngest.
It's an amusement park in Ohio.
Yeah. So it's an hour and something away. Yeah. We stayed overnight, went to the theme park, spent all day. It's dark out. And these people are like, hey, we know you. And they were in a theme park.
Yeah.
And they recognize us. That was the coolest time because you're not in a casino.
Right.
Yeah.
People
pretty random.
See you tape, they assume you're somebody. But at Cedar Point, it was so cool. My kid's like, they know you. She was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
She was so like impressed and happy for us.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
They're celebrities. It's amazing.
Yeah. And it was 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was a
long
time.
We were still kind of small.
Yeah, we didn't have much at that point either.
How fun. And so you mentioned YouTube is where you start. Are you still primarily YouTube, or what other channels can people find you on?
We do have an Instagram, which I don't post often, but I do post on occasion, and you post a lot on the Facebook,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but YouTube is our biggest thing.
I do have a little TikTok, and I post slots on there,
Uh-huh.
but it's just for fun.
Got
Yeah,
it.
YouTube,
I don't-
YouTube is our
Yeah.
big deal right now.
Okay. And then I asked you earlier, like, what type of video really like took off, was kind of an inflection point, but it sounds like it's more just shifting to doing more table games. Is that right? Or is there any other content that you find has been most effective in really like driving audience engagement?
They love the table games. Ultimate Texas Holdem and 3-card.
Well, honestly, there's so many slot channels now. It's just the slots got lost. Let's just say that. And the table games are very popular, and it's just people love it.
What really takes off is if we post something that has a big hand in it, like quads or straight flush.
Yeah,
those do great.
Yeah.
And are you allowed to film or have you film live at table games, or it's generally all recorded after the fact?
We do at least one live every time we're in Vegas. And we normally do it from El Cortez.
Yeah, they're the best live. We have done a live at the Strat. But our time, El Cortez, we can tape at a better time at El
Later
Cortez.
in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, a morning live isn't really the best thing to do.
Yeah, we tape there like 8 to 11 in the morning, so no one wants to.
It's a little too early.
Hang out with us at 8 a.m. Right?
They do.
Well, no, but most people,
Not as many.
if they're working or.
Yeah, it's a big deal with the table games. It really getting permission. We're hoping that the casinos are going to be more and more, allowing it and
Willing.
Yeah, willing is the key.
Now, you mentioned Ultimate Texas Holdem. Have you had fans tell you, like, man, I was scared to try a certain game, but I watched it and now I'm comfortable doing it? Or maybe you could talk about that, because I think that's something that a lot of casino executives maybe don't realize, how in working with an influencer can really help drive traffic to games like that.
We've had a lot of viewers say
That's
that they were intimidated by games.
Yep.
But because they know how it works, they know what the side bets are, or
Yep.
they know what to do somewhat while they're sitting at the table, it helps them.
Basically, they learn by watching us play. Like, and they become more comfortable. Then they're like, okay, we're going to try it. And because it can be intimidating to sit down at a table game in a casino, especially a packed one, and you don't know what you're doing, or you're not familiar.
Right.
So
And they're always asking us to show them how to count outs. And in some videos I explain how I counted the outs to let viewers know how to do it.
And
What does that mean? What's counting outs?
With Ultimate Texas Holdem, you want to count all the cards that could beat you in your hand. So depending on what's on the table, the 5 cards, if there's all 5 different cards, you got 15, because there's 3 additional cards in the deck. Then
Got
you count anything higher than your highest card. The only thing that fluctuates there is if you have like 4 spades on the deck. Then if you don't have a spade, you probably don't want to stay.
Right. You're just trying basically to do
Right.
some math and try to calculate, what your odds
best
are.
odd.
Yeah, to try to make an educated guess whether to stay or fold. So Danielle's got really good at that. She
Nice. So you've obviously visited a lot of casinos. What would you say sets your favorite casinos apart from others?
What's you?
I really like El Cortez because it's like kind of homely. It feels somewhat like Detroit casinos in a way. And they're great to us. And the Strat's the same way. They feel very similar. It's not the prettiest, the chandeliers aren't gorgeous and all the gold everywhere, but I'm more comfortable at places like that. I like those.
Yeah, part of that is because of how much time we've spent playing in both of those too.
And when they have really good food.
Yeah.
That's always a big draw for us.
We're big foodies.
We love a good burger or, a good steak.
Stuff like that.
Well, and you mentioned the top of the world steakhouse at the Strat, which I went to a couple weeks ago. It was amazing. Love that 80 minute 360-degree turn.
It
Yeah.
is nice.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. We put it in one of our videos recently, just the view from our table.
Yeah, just showing around outside.
And those kind
It
of
is-
things are really, fun to do when you're in Vegas, because you
Yeah.
don't get that here. You don't get it at home.
For sure.
Those really neat bars or restaurants.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like the role of influencers in the casino industry is going to evolve over the next few years?
Well, I'm hoping, right, that it expands and we can tape different places and they allow us to come in more frequently.
Yeah.
And maybe invite us here and there saying, hey, come and we'll have like a meet and greet or,
Yeah.
have some kind of special thing where people can meet us and hang out.
Yeah.
It does bring in people.
Oh yeah.
Have you done a meet and greet before?
No,
We've talked about it.
we have talked about it, but we have not done one. We're afraid no one will show up.
Right. That's what I'm afraid of.
People will show up, but you know how, it's just,
Of course. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we do-
No,
We do
I remember
meet
when we
people
did our
all the time.
first meetup at URComped, our first meetup cruise, I was terrified that it would just be me meeting myself. And
Right.
right.
yeah, so it is definitely intimidating.
But we do meet viewers. I mean, sometimes they'll email us and ask if they can play, or if they just, if it's okay to come by and say hi, and we're totally okay with that. So we got a few viewers that are going to be out in our next trip coming up next week. I mean,
Oh, that's awesome.
but you know what I mean, in the next trip.
So what advice
Okay.
recommendations would you give to a casino that's looking to leverage influencer marketing more effectively?
I think most influencers though are willing to come out. So all you really have to do is contact us.
Yep.
Just
Just be willing.
say, hey, we'll
it.
give you a room, come hang out. And
Yep.
most of us would
Oh,
jump
yeah.
at the chance just to
Oh yeah.
try a new place,
Oh yeah. For sure.
especially if they have really good dealers and are
Yeah.
fun.
And so getting a room, of course, is great. And then once you're there, what is helpful for your filming, creating content? What is something they could do to make your experience playing and filming even better?
A seasoned dealer
Yes.
is always
What do
wanted.
Yeah.
Just so there's less mistakes, and sometimes if they can talk while they deal is
Yeah.
always nice, but it's not required.
Mhm.
We don't necessarily need a private table, but that is best case scenario, just because you never know what's going to happen at your table with other people.
Yeah, 99% of our stuff is
Someone
private
gets-
table set up.
Yeah, someone gets mad, swears, yells, or whatever. You never know.
We had a chip guy. He was
Playing with his chips.
He was playing loudly with his chips, and the viewers did not like that. One time when we had
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
with us,
We don't
a
have
regular
control,
person
so-
with us, like a non-YouTuber. Yeah, they did not like that.
Well, I imagine the audio on your video is kind of annoying. Yeah.
Right.
well,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was right next to me, so it was loud.
It was
or next
really
to you.
loud, yeah.
It was,
So normally we get a private table. It's a lot of emails and setup and
yeah, we do a spreadsheet
with a schedule for our
for
trips.
how many
and
hours every day.
we got this.
Are you holding a camera while you're doing it? Or you have set up a tripod on the table?
We
or
have
how do
we have 4 or 5 different tripods, so we take normally 2 with us so that we have at least a backup in case something happens.
Mhm.
Because they do break, or I sometimes manhandle them and break them myself, which has happened. But they're normally around 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
At least so that we can go over the table. We do like a bird's eye view
Okay,
instead of an angled view.
got it. So
Angled view
is it-
gives you more of the
Yeah.
table,
Yeah, it's above.
but less of the cards. It's harder to see, I think, the cards.
okay. And you set it behind you, like over your head, or is it next to you?
Right in
Normally
between us.
Yeah.
In between you. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. So you'll have two, you'll both be playing.
Yeah.
And then you could see the dealer's hands as well. Neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be able to see everything, otherwise,
Right.
it's
And-
pointless.
Some do the angled view so you can get the chip tray also in it. We just get the top of the chip tray.
Yeah, we don't feel like seeing that is important.
Yeah. We feel the cards are really important.
Yes.
Yep. Now, obviously, like filming on slots is very popular. You mentioned that earlier. And table games is kind of a burgeoning. There's some casinos are starting to dip their toe in it. Is there any influencer activity you've seen that maybe has hurt the progress towards table games being more accepted? Obviously, you don't need to call out any channels, but is there anything that maybe one, other influencers should think about, or two, maybe casinos will hear and they can get in front of it and they could prevent something from happening before it happens?
There's been a few channels that don't use real money. Either they play at home and have a friend dealing to them, or they're playing demo mode, if and it's not real money, but it's at a casino, but the casino's kind of closed.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been called out on it. And it does hurt us because we've had people ask, hey, is that real?
Right. Yeah, it makes everybody look bad.
Yeah, it makes all of us look like we're deceptive.
Right.
And that's the one
'Cause
big thing that we've had an issue with.
Yeah.
Because it is real money. We put our money on the table. I take pictures of the buy-in and use them for the thumb to make sure yes, this is money.
Yeah. Our bank accounts show it's real money, trust me.
Yeah, because casinos aren't pretty because they give you money.
Yeah.
They're pretty because they take.
Yeah, we show a lot of losing.
We do.
Honestly, we show a lot of losing videos.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some exciting hands and some wild stuff, but it's very difficult to win long term,
Well, and we show 99, 98% of everything we tape.
Yeah.
So
Pretty
things
much
that get lost
everything.
sometimes if something happens and the camera gets shifted and you can't see anything.
Yeah.
But other than that, we show everything.
Yeah.
So we are as transparent as can be.
Yeah, we got some clunkers.
Well, you can't always win, right?
No, we got videos where, we busted out. We got videos where we barely made it with the original buy-in.
Yeah.
It just
It
things
happens.
happen. Yeah.
So what's next for Vegas Action? What big plans do you have for your channel the next year, 5 years? Where would you like to take it?
We're hoping one of these days to be able to move to Vegas.
That's the dream right there.
And then be able to go live more often and
build it.
Yeah, talk to
Build it.
our subscribers more and our viewers more.
Yeah.
They don't we do a scratch live every month, which isn't going over great, but we do get like 100 viewers, which is fine. It's not a lot, but
1,000 views.
it's our only way to really talk to anybody monthly.
And we do that to give back.
Yeah.
We'll buy a bunch of tickets and we'll give them away during the live stream, like once a month. And
if they
it's
win,
fun.
we Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, whatever.
So it's a way for money for nothing, just to hang out with us. It's fun though.
And our members get extra tickets. They don't have to. We spin the wheel and.
Yeah, we put all the member names on a wheel and
that's cool.
They get drawn for tickets. But we're not a scratch channel, so we don't get as many views as normal as we do on our videos. It's not our thing.
But it's at least a way to touch people and talk to them.
Yeah.
The people that watch us more frequently.
Yeah.
Are the Detroit Detroit casinos, do they allow you to film? Like, do you ever go out to Greektown or Motor City?
We go down there, but
but they don't let you film.
No, not for tables.
Greektown let us film slots for like a year.
Yeah.
And then we don't post slots anymore, so we really don't do that.
Yeah,
they're tables.
All three of them are extremely anti-filming for the tables. Like they just.
And we've reached out to Firekeepers and a couple others that are farther away. The one up in Petoskey.
Yeah, the Indian casinos here in Michigan.
None will allow it.
Yeah, so basically we're traveling to Vegas. We have gone to Florida for a card room, that they allow it down there. But other than that, we don't have a whole lot of options, really.
Got it.
We're hoping it's going to change.
Yeah, hopefully more and more doors will open up as casinos become aware that it's really upside. And I think the people that are, the shady channels are going to be outed. Anybody where there's a downside to filming, I think they'll be smoked out pretty quick. So, Danielle and Steve, thank you so much for talking with me today. It was so interesting to learn more about your channel and where you guys are going. And can you tell everybody how they can find your channel? Give us the coordinates, and that way they can subscribe and watch all your videos.
Okay, it's Vegas Action on YouTube. So you search at Vegas Action or Vegas Action, and same with Facebook, Vegas Action on Facebook. And we did our original name was Slotty D, and when we started doing table games, we had a contest to name the channel, and that's what won the contest, Vegas Action.
I love it.
Yeah. That was a fun contest.
Yes.
Well, Danielle and Steve from Vegas Action, thank you so much. And everybody go and subscribe to their channel and give them lots of love. All right. Thank you too. And good luck out there.
Thank you.